Oh, not looking forward to this one. Can't show my face today. Week 2, here we go. Floor is yours. Oh,
Oh, God. What's there to say? I don't think there's a single other team in the league that the Steelers beat last night besides the Browns. Not because there's not worse teams than the Browns, just because they're the fucking Browns and they do Brown shit. I couldn't believe the Steelers actually won that game. They're dead last in every offensive category in the league, but it's the fucking Browns. So it was awesome. Chubb thing sucks, but you'll have Edelman big jobs. I think his hit was fucking clean as it gets. I don't want to hear you fucking Browns fans bitching about that either. Myles Garrett once again, fucking lights come on, he just shuts down. Dude never plays good in big games. Yet his PFF grade was, or whatever the fuck that website is, was higher than TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith by like 6 or 7 points. He had like a 91 PFF grade last night. Alex Highsmith basically had 2 fucking touchdowns, an outside linebacker, and Myles Garrett played a better game than he did. Shit's stupid. That dude fucking stinks. TJ Watt's the best football player on earth. I rest my case.
Yeah, what was it? The fourth quarter, the Browns had a lead, and the Steelers had like negative 15 yards of offense in the fourth quarter and still won.
And still won. Yeah, they had negative yardage and came back and won the game.
so
Oh, God. Divor's back.
yeah, Jesus.
I hate
think-
when Microsoft Teams, Bill Gates can fucking jump off and drown off his $300 million boat.
I think once I got over the emotion of last night, I don't know. I mean, there's not too many positives to pull from it. So, Watson was absolutely terrible. Chubb's gone for the year. I guess defense still looks phenomenal. Steelers offense is anemic and still pathetic. So I don't, they could celebrate their home win against Cleveland every year, but they're not going anywhere. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think. They said Kareem was in Cleveland today. So maybe that's an option. Ford looked pretty good in the interim, but I just don't know, man. Like, how long can we keep saying that it's rust for Deshaun? It's like 8 games now.
Yeah, I'd say the clock's kind of ticking on him. I will give it to you, though. You guys' defense does look really, really good. Jim Schwartz running the plays for you guys at defensive coordinator. I really miss Jim Schwartz in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's great. Besides that, of course, the Browns are just bound to have one fucking breakdown in the Steelers game. And
well, I mean, you can't really even blame the defense for that. That's the offense lost that game. I mean, it was the turnovers.
No. I'm not blaming the defense at all. If we don't spot them 14 points, we win the game.
Right.
And it's what are you on, a typewriter?
Dude, mute your mic.
Sorry.
Jesus, guys freaking typing away on a typewriter right now.
It reminded me a lot of the playoff game in Pittsburgh where, we kind of scored on a fluky play to start the game. And then this time, of course, it just goes right through the tight end's hands, bounces off Minka, and it's just a house call.
I mean, the ball was behind him, though, wasn't it?
If you want to blame that one on Deshaun, I mean, it went right through his hands. Was it perfectly placed? No, but and I'm not saying Deshaun was accurate last night, but that one was not on him. Yeah, and then of course it was 3rd and 1, and this is when Chubb was still in the game, and 2 straight plays we didn't give him the ball. Deshaun fumbles it on 4th down when we try to run like an option when you should just do a quarterback sneak. I still don't know what the hell Stefanski's doing half the time. But yeah, I would say we're fine because we never win in Pittsburgh, and that road division game is always going to be tough. Of course, I said the season's over because Chubb's out, and him and Cooper are really our only weapons that do much of anything. But it's not college where you lose one game and it's over. It's 15 more games, and we'll see what happens. If you don't think that was a dirty hit, though, I don't know what game you're watching.
Wasn't.
I get on Nick Chubb, you got to go low, but you don't fucking put your head in the dirt and just full speed dive at his knee while he's halfway down.
I mean, if Minka had hit from the side on his knee instead of like sitting in front of him, I think that's a dirty hit, like going right at the side of the knee. But Minka was down first, and Nick's foot just got stuck like underneath Minka, and as he was going forward, so that was just bad timing and just.
I mean, I don't think he's trying to fucking.
God damn it.
Tear Nick Chubb's ACL, but that's not like a standard. No coach is going to teach you to fucking put your head and stare at the ground and just dive at somebody anywhere. But I digress.
Football. Shit happens.
I digress. Yeah, you're not wrong. Shit happens. It sucks because Chubb is like one of the very few redeemable qualities about the Browns, one of the only likable people on the team. So, it just really sucks it had to be him.
Yeah, absolute shame it wasn't Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. But honestly, it's a really depressing loss. It's really depressing that we still can't get over the hump of winning in Pittsburgh in the regular season, but I mean, you should still be able to have a pretty decent season, but Deshaun's got to turn it around.
Not only does he suck, but he's just such a little bitch out there too. It's so fucking annoying to watch.
Yeah, he started to. I think a lot of people, even in Cleveland, started to turn on him last night. Like he grabs the face mask and whips the dude out of bounds, but then he's bitching about it and pushing the ref. And then how does a quarterback get 2 face mask calls?
Did you see that there was even people they're talking about a possible suspension for him?
They're not going to suspend him.
I didn't see the part on the suspensions, but I did see that he could face a fine for the 2 face masks.
Not for the face masks. He like kind of shoved a ref out of the way.
Ooh, yeah, you can't do that.
He won't get suspended, but he might get fined. But even if he does, he has his $230 million. So.
Not like he scored a touchdown and fucking whipped the ball against the wall.
It was a 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah. Dude's just a fucking dick.
I think, yeah, I don't know. He seemed. I think just like the hate and like, just fucking carrying that weight around of like everybody just thinking you're a terrible human being, like, and you're playing like shit on top of it. It's just really getting to him.
Who even is backing him up right now?
DTR, kid from UCLA.
Oh yeah, that kid.
And everybody's gonna it's every year in Cleveland. The most popular dude is the backup quarterback, and everybody's going to call for him like that's going to turn us into a Super Bowl team. And it never changes fucking anything. It's usually just worse than what it is already. Like he looked good in the preseason, but he was playing third and fourth stringers, just like Kenny. So
it's just impressive that the Browns run the ball like that and still can't develop a passing attack.
Yeah, and we lose Chubb. Obviously, we already touched on it. It's just it was hard to even when we ended up taking the lead a couple times last night. It was hard to enjoy it just with that sitting in the back of your head, because not only was it like obviously a season-ending injury, but especially that being the same knee that he messed up in college, it's like nobody really knows if he's ever going to play again because they're probably going to have to completely reconstruct it again.
If Kareem Hunt falls through as far as a replacement, at least for this season for Chubb, do you see, as a Browns fan, who do you think would be a possible replacement? I mean, you can't replace Chubb on a whim, but there's a lot of running backs like Taylor, Akers, Fournette's on free agent. Who would you see taking that spot if Hunt doesn't?
Don't do Taylor because they want way more than.
Oh yeah.
He's like they want a first round pick, and we already sold our next 5 years of first round picks to get a mediocre quarterback. So I don't think he could dig a deeper hole. For Jonathan Taylor wasn't great last year either. Honestly, if
you only have
one
more draft pick to give away, actually, for Watson. Texans get the first round for the 2024 draft, but after that, you guys are in the clear.
Yeah, but even if we don't get Kareem, I don't think Akers doesn't move the needle for us at all. He's been, in and out of the lineup, injury prone and not very productive for, multiple seasons now. Leonard Fournette's kind of over the hill too, so I guess you can't replace Nick Chubb, and Ford played well last night, and I think if you don't get Kareem in like a split back role like you had with him and Chubb last year, you just got to roll the dice with what you have. But, yeah.
Hey, Adrian Peterson didn't said that he's going to retire at the end of this year if no one picks him up, so he's still on the market too.
Here's a discussion point for both of us, and I don't know how either of us can come to a conclusion other than no after the first 2 weeks of the season, but let me know what you guys think.
I'm not going to call it a problem yet. They have a concern. Kenny's had a rough couple games. Again, we'll see what he looks like against a little bit worse defenses. The Niners and the Browns are not two top 10 defenses to go against the first 2 weeks. If he stinks it up against Las Vegas, I'm going to be concerned.
I would also share that sentiment. He had two with a season opener in week 2 matchups against good defenses. Not a great way to start off your first season as starting as a starter. But I think the offensive line still has problems. Najee couldn't get anything working. And the only times he could get something working is when he'd have Warren go and do a bunch of good runs, and then Najee could come in fresh and somehow squeak something off. But the offensive line needs to develop their run game and their protection.
Najee's really bad, man.
He's slow.
I said it last night. He looks like he's running in mud. Like that's actually what it looks like, dude.
He's so fucking slow.
He's so slow.
Infuriating to watch.
Like he's not getting past the first level ever.
It's like Jerome Bettis trying to run, except not even close to the same weight or power behind it.
Yeah, it's. But
both offenses kind of look stale too. Like there's just no jolt behind anything. I mean, with Pittsburgh's run game, it's just not there. And then, I mean, Cleveland did have a running game until Chubb got injured, but now it's, where's their passing game at? I mean, that's been pretty bad too.
I never remember Deshaun Watson looking that uncomfortable under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he was even lost in RPOs last night too. Like,
yeah, he had happy feet.
You just cannot be doing that.
Like multiple times, he would evade pressure and just completely crumble, not even look downfield or anything. Just I don't remember him ever being like that.
You know what? Honestly, what he looked a lot like Baker Mayfield in the Browns offense, dude.
if the first read's not there, just absolute panic.
Yeah, dude, they get happy feet and then they just sit there until somebody comes and smokes them. And he was the balls that he did get off were just so wildly inconsistent. I don't remember him ever, it's either 5 yards over them or buried in the ground in front of them. It just, I don't know if he's in his own head or if he just doesn't have it anymore. But it's like I said, it's only so much longer we could say it's rust. Like, yeah, he didn't play for 2 years, but it's been 8 games now. Like, does it really take that long to remember how to throw a football? He had a full training camp. I will say this though, and I'm glad to finally be seeing some sensical takes. It seems like Steelers Twitter is starting to realize that they might have put a little too much hype into Kenny after the preseason, because what I'm seeing him now called is a bridge quarterback, which for those of you who don't know is just
I've never seen that.
Is just waiting until kind of the next era comes around. Because if you think that Kenny Pickett is taking you anywhere, I don't know what to tell you. 12 points. 12 points.
Give him a chance here.
12 points.
Line got it together at the second half of last season. They're playing
because
really
you
bad.
played the softest second half schedule in the league last year.
It's the NFL. There's nobody that's that bad. There's a slim margin. There's a slim margin between. This isn't college football.
Okay, so where would you put Kenny Pickett in terms of NFL starting quarterbacks right now?
Probably around right now, like just these based off these last 2 weeks.
I mean, he has a season. He's got just as big of a sample size in Pittsburgh as Deshaun does in Cleveland. I'm putting Deshaun like 15 to 20 right now. And that's being generous. That's being generous.
That's being very generous.
Okay, list off who you think is worse than Deshaun to justify that.
I think Kenny Pickett's worse than Deshaun Watson, Zach Wilson. I would still take Deshaun over Baker, 100%. Take Deshaun over Sam Howell. I need like a list of quarterbacks instead of just
Bryce Young, CJ Stroud.
Basically any first or second year quarterback.
Gardner Minshew.
Minshew.
Wait, he's a starter?
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson got injured.
Oh, I did not see that. He had a good game too.
Yeah, he got like a concussion or something.
Okay. So it's temporary.
All right, well,
second quarter.
We could wrap this up, and we both need, for both of our team's sakes, we both need them to play a hell of a lot better than they have so far. And we'll just leave it at that. All right.
Pittsburgh's got some easy games coming up. We'll see.
I thought there were no easy games in the NFL.
I mean, they're not playing.
Oh, there's no easy games if you're the Steelers. There's no easy games.
Yeah, if you want to back up.
But if you're the Eagles, they're all easy games, right?
They're not playing top 10 defenses in the NFL the next few weeks. I'll put it that way.
Well, if you want to make a run, you're gonna have to be able to put up more than 12 points against those, because you don't get to play the clowns every week, especially in the playoffs.
Hey, at least the Eagles get 2 easy games against the Commanders every year.
Commies are looking good.
Commanders beat the Dogs.
Commies are on the up.
I still don't see them making playoffs, though.
We'll see. Yeah, so this was an interesting one.
Sloppy.
Thursday feels so long ago. Was it like you guys kind of had it in hand and they made it a game late? Is that what happened?
Backdoor cover of the fucking year. It was awesome.
Yeah. And
Sloppy.
I will say that game was not Kirk Cousins' fault, bro.
No.
Vikings fucking had him, and Justin Jefferson fucking sold.
Yeah, I don't know.
Slay had him on lock, man. I mean, Darius Slay's second year in a row going up against Justin Jefferson 1-on-1. Slay's gotten the best of him.
So, what I would say as a compliment to you, Josh, is you guys played probably 2 of the worst games that you're going to play all year, and you're 2-0.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, our offense is just not good right now. We lost our offensive coordinator. We lost our defensive coordinator. Our new DC, he stepped in. Defense hasn't really missed a beat yet. We're missing a couple of key guys on defense right now. Reed Blankenship's injured. James Bradbury's injured. Nakobe Dean is injured. So, I mean, we've got to have other guys step up right now. But Brian Johnson, our offensive coordinator, he's got to get it figured out here pretty quick, because things just are not clicking. I mean, something just feels off about the offense. I mean, our offense was pretty fast-paced, high-scoring, and now it's, I mean, just like our passing game is just off. Week 1, I think they targeted Dallas Goedert 5 times the entire game. And then this week, they're trying to overcompensate and get it off to him every single play. AJ Brown had like 6 targets this game.
Dude, I had him in 2 leagues and he did fucking nothing.
Yeah, but then
he was pissed on the
DeAndre
sidelines
Swift.
too.
I mean, fucking Swifty had a hell of a game. The dude is, I think, 2nd or 3rd in rushing yards in the league so far this season, and he only had 2 touches week 1.
Yep, I didn't play him in fantasy because week 1 he had 0.8 points, and then
I mean,
30 this week.
They're always a freaking split back locker room, anyways. But I mean, Kenneth Gainwell is out right now, so they elevated Rashad Penny, who he was fucking buns. Boston Scott, I'm tired of his freaking charity ass. Just getting charity snaps on the goddamn field. Only play him against the Giants. I mean, otherwise that guy's useful. I mean, it's kind of clear, cut and dried that DeAndre Swift is our number 1 running back. It's not Kenneth Gainwell when he comes back. It's DeAndre Swift.
Nothing more frustrating than having an Eagles running back in fantasy.
Do the Eagles have a fullback on the roster, or do they just use 2 running backs if they need it?
No, they don't have a fullback on the roster.
Okay.
They typically have 3 running backs on their roster.
Mm.
Like week 1, they had Swift, Scott, and Gainwell, and then Penny was a healthy scratch.
Hate to be that 3rd Watt brother while you're fucking 2
2
brothers are like 2 of the greatest defensive players of all time. You're just
he's
not
not
a
on
fucking
this.
fullback who barely touches the field.
Derek Watt.
Yeah, dude.
He's what, long snapper?
No, he's not on the team anymore.
He
No,
was a
he's not.
fullback.
No,
Dude,
not anymore.
He might be practice squad right now. I don't know where he's at.
I'm looking it up right now.
Cam Hayward's brother kind of took his spot.
All right.
He's
Moving
no longer
on.
on the Steelers.
But anyways, I think things will click here soon.
Yeah, they'll be all right. Like I said, they played 2 shitters and they still won, and that's the sign of a good football team is winning even
I'm
when
not
you
worried
play.
about it.
Yeah.
10
Fresh
points swing at
jerseys
the end.
this year. It's time to get moving.
Works for Cleveland.
Oh, the Bills got back on track.
Yeah.
It's I mean, Josh Allen plays the same game every week. He threw the same passes, it's just these ones didn't get picked off for some reason. He is a complete fucking wild card.
Raiders had a good opening
because
drive,
he's
though.
playing a
Yeah.
shitty defense. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Play a decent defense, they'll be able to pick it off. Play a shitty defense, not gonna throw any interceptions.
Yeah, he's just when he runs it, dude, like he runs like he wants to get injured. Like I would be so scared having him as my starting quarterback.
He runs like a giraffe.
Yeah, dude, it's just so aggressive. Like, Garoppolo, I mean, this was the classic why the 49ers moved on from Jimmy G game, because the 2 picks, it was just like, I think one he threw right at the D line and it got like tipped up and picked, but just complete momentum killers and flip the game, and you just can't have it. So, yeah, Bill's back on track.
Dolphins better.
The Bengals 0-2 though, and the biggest part about this, Jackson, 2 division losses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what did they do last year? Those started 0-2 and then finished 4.
I think they started 0-3.
Yeah, last year Bengals were 0-3, Chiefs were 0-4.
That is not true.
Yeah, the Chiefs did not start 0-4.
Oh no,
year.
I'm thinking. Sorry, no, I'm thinking 2 years ago. My bad.
I don't think that's true either.
No, it is. They started with a pretty bad losing record to start the season.
There's a difference between a losing record and 0-4. There's no fucking way they started 0-4.
They had a couple of key injuries to start that season too, didn't they?
Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are on the field. They did not lose 4 games in a row. There's absolutely no way.
Well, until you prove otherwise, you shut up.
I'm not the one saying dumb shit.
All right, yeah, but anyways,
Bengals looked a lot better in this one than what they did against Cleveland last week.
Only in the second half.
Yeah, but there's still something off about Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, at halftime,
Jamar Chase just isn't getting anything going his way either. Like,
Joe had 30 passing yards at halftime.
Last 3 years, the Chiefs have started 4-0.
Yeah, no, I was wrong.
2-2.
I was wrong. Shut up.
4-1.
Jackson, I'm gonna come over there and slice up your ACL. All right.
Just couldn't let it go.
He's gonna chub you.
All right.
Any other team, I might have believed that.
No, so I think I have to update my AFC North predictions.
I think the Ravens take this. The Ravens are looking strong.
I mean, that's a big change. Like that would be an overreaction because it's 2 weeks in. And my thing with the Ravens is second half of the year, Lamar's not playing usually. But if they stay healthy.
Oh, for sure. Lamar stays healthy, then they're going to make a run.
Yeah, they're tough. OBJ is already out again, which I hate to say I called that, but it's just bound to happen at this point. But
hate to say that I drafted him on my fantasy team.
Zay Flowers looks really fucking good. I think he's going to be pretty good.
Crazy how many injuries they've already had.
Yeah, and they're still winning.
Again.
Lost Dobbins week 1 for the season.
Their defense is banged up too.
Again, yep, again.
Humphrey's out again.
Yeah. Yeah, but they just keep on keeping on.
Their backfield's just Justice Hill and Gus Edwards now, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and Lamar, basically.
Yep. Good old Bake.
This Joe Burrow calf is a problem, I think.
Yeah,
he was.
Again.
Yeah, he was hobbling around quite a bit.
Is there any word if he's gonna miss any time or not?
I think if he misses,
so.
I think he'll miss one game. He'll miss the Rams game, I think. But I think it's more out of voluntary, like kind of like what Baker should have done when he got injured, like take some time to actually heal instead of trying to play on it again. I mean,
they might have rushed him back a little too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rushed him out in that game in Cleveland just to get smoked. Why does this random number keep FaceTiming me, dude?
Answer. Bring him on.
No, but
bring him on the show.
Big Bake's 2-0. Happy for the kid. Happy for the kid. They might make a run in that division.
Anybody ready to walk their Justin Fields takes back yet?
Yeah, that ship sailed. I mixed up. I think I meant to say Baker instead of Justin Fields. Baker's going to be top 5 in MVP voting.
We'll see. They're supposed to be the worst team in the league, but their defense is tough.
Yeah. All right. Tommy's 2-0 too. This game was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw the end of it.
It was.
It was the most Broncos way ever to lose. Russell throws a nuke that gets tipped and caught in the end zone, and then they have to go for 2, and they don't get it. Oh, man. I feel bad.
Fucking commies are going to be a problem.
The commies are a problem. They scared me week 1 because I took them in a Survivor, and they almost shit the bed against the Cardinals. But then I feel like beating the Broncos is... I mean, the Broncos have been pretty bad, but they got a pretty good game, and they still beat them. And Chase Young's back.
Brian Robinson had a good game.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty clear he will be the lead back until injured. Gibson's not going to get any snaps.
Always root for the commies. That's my NFC team. Officially.
All right. This is your other AFC team, Jackson.
Hell yeah, I fucking love the Dolphins. Might put an AFC championship future on them. Fucking Tua's out there. You better watch out.
This was another wild ending to the game. Did you see that 4th down? They threw the tight end, and he was about 2 yards short, and he flips it to a lineman. And I still don't know how that is like enough to overturn it. I don't think there was.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, but I guess I can't complain about the Patriots not getting those calls for once. So, it kind of is what it is. But
as long as Tua stays healthy, it seems like they're picking up right where they left off before he got hurt last year.
They got him tucking and rolling when he falls now. Doing Jackie Chan shit.
Yeah, he said he was taking martial arts to practice with his tumbling.
Yeah.
Smart. They did lose Waddle to a concussion, though.
Yeah, he'll be fine, though. Other scores, we're not going to sit here and go through every game. Chiefs got back. Kelsey scored.
The game did not live up to the hype at all.
No, it was a stinker. Chargers lost again to a
Can't
team they
fucking
should have
stand that
faced.
team.
Cleveland's got Tennessee at home this week, so hopefully we get a turnaround there. But Falcons beat the Packers. Lucky for me, the Packers still covered plus
Mhm.
1.5, but did not see the Falcons winning that game. So something to look out for there. Lions shit the bed. Let Seahawks.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that game either. Colts beat the Texans. They should. Stroud still played relatively well. Giants were down 20-0.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something wild, and then came back, and I think the Cardinals
21-0. They were down.
both
Yeah.
games this season. The Cardinals probably went into the locker room at halftime and said, like, the owner probably came down and was like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah, you get 60 plus points, 60 plus unanswered points scored against you. You gotta do something before your season collapses before week 3.
So, what are we doing?
Guys, this isn't the Giants. This is the Cardinals without Kyler Murray and
no,
an old
the
James
Cardinals GM has to come down
Conner.
and be like, "We're
Mhm.
playing." We're playing. We're supposed to be tanking, boys. So, I don't know
You're
what you
playing too
got to
good.
do, but lose this game.
We want Caleb Williams.
Rams gave the Niners a pretty good game, but
I was worried about that one for a bit. The Rams covered in that one by a half.
yeah, Cowboys beat the dog shit out of the Jets. Zach Wilson looks awful.
Kaepernick's
Awful.
agent reached out to the
Oh.
Jets.
I heard they're actually looking at Carson Wentz.
I mean,
Interesting.
it can't be worse than Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I'd take Wentz over Wilson.
And then the freaking Saints needed them to cover. They end up pushing because they give up a late touchdown and 2-point conversion. But 2-0. So, yeah, so which 2-0 team do you guys think is most likely out of this group to miss the playoffs?
I think this is pretty obvious.
Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons, no pass game.
Baker Mayfield ain't making the fucking playoffs.
I mean, out of that division.
I had the Buccaneers over the Falcons.
Jackson has been way too positive about Baker the
Baker
past couple of
Mayfield
weeks.
ain't making the fucking playoffs.
So who makes it in that division? The Saints?
No, I don't see the Saints making it.
No, I'm asking Jackson.
Oh,
I would say the Saints.
We're asking somebody with a brain, Debbie.
fuck you, Tim. Go back to Charlie
Fuck you.
Charlie and the Chapter Factory, you little Oompa Loompa.
The chapter
what the
factory.
fuck was that reference? You said shut up and go back to the chocolate factory.
Yeah,
What
because
the
he's
fuck
an
are
Oompa
you
Loompa.
talking about?
He's a little Oompa Loompa.
God,
De
that's
Boer in his
insane.
third grade comebacks, dude. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
Unreal. The secondhand embarrassment is so fucking real. It hurts.
That's about the brain. That's the brain activity level of most Steelers fans. Is that right there?
Hey, at least I wasn't involved in a
Uh,
pissing contest with Amaro for probably over half the game.
At least you didn't say I lift more than you, because that's the typical De Boer comeback.
You know he's run out of things to say when he
Yeah,
starts
that's when you
throwing
know
that in.
when you got him on the ropes. When he goes, you know what? I lift more than you.
Congrats. Sorry, I don't spend half my day at the gym.
Hey,
That's
it's not
when you
half.
got
It's
Buddy
not
in
half.
shambles.
I'm sorry, a third.
Dude, I wish I could spend half my day in the gym. I'd quit my job tomorrow.
All right.
No, Saints should win that division if Derek Carr is even serviceable.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, the most obvious answer would be the Buccaneers. I don't know if I trust the Commanders to really.
Oh, I do. Commanders are winning 9 or 10 games.
I don't think they're
I
losing
think they're
two.
frisky, even with Sam Howell.
They're losing 2 to the Eagles and they're losing 2 to the Cowboys. So that's
They'll upset one of them.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, I'm worried about another fucking choke game again.
Them division games, like something that they'll get the best. They'll catch somebody on a bad night.
Yep. Just look at last night.
Oh, it just pisses me off because we have such a
20s,
better
baby.
we have such a better football team and we just can't.
No, you don't.
We just
No, you
can't
actually
beat them.
don't.
We have better receivers. We have
No,
a
you
better
don't.
quarterback. We
No,
had
you
a better
don't.
running back. We
That's
still
the
have
only
a better
thing you
running
had.
back.
That's the only thing you had is a better running back.
We have a better defense.
No, you don't. No, unhealthy.
Hey, not Steelers defense won that game. Got all those points up there.
You do not have a better defense when they're healthy.
Who
Adding
do you
to the salt
you
pile
think
that Amaro started last night.
do you think that the Steelers defense is going to finish having a better season than the Browns defense?
Not if the offense goes 3 and out 14 times a
Oh,
game.
so
No,
now
they
you're
won't.
gonna throw a caveat in there.
That's literally the only reason that they're not a top
So
5
do
defense
the
in the
Browns not go 3 and out half the time
The Browns move the ball
to fucking turn it over, and then it's a
so
quick
much.
change of possession, and the defense has to run out there.
So DeBoer, fucking try to find out the time of possession so far for the Browns and the Steelers in both games.
Yeah, we had
I'll
like
bet,
11 more minutes of possession last night.
And I'll bet
I'm
it was the same thing last week. I'll bet that they're probably triple the time of possession that the Steelers have. The Steelers defense spends the entire game on the field.
Because your offense is a bottom 5 offense in the fucking league.
Like last 8 games last year, when the offense we found out how to fucking run the ball, the defense was lights out.
You're just playing really shitty football teams at the end of last year. I was looking at this earlier, dude.
You can only
2022 Steelers. Oh, listen to this, just absolute juggernaut of an last 5 games of the season. We got the Browns. We're already out of the playoffs. We got the Ravens with Tyler Huntley, who scored 13 points. We have the Raiders.
Tyler Huntley was a fumble away from winning a playoff game.
We got the Raiders with 10 points. We got the Panthers with 16 points. You lost a game to the Ravens with 16 points. You beat the Falcons, who scored 16 points. Like
defense is fucking elite,
dude. You're playing the Falcons, Panthers, Raiders, Ravens twice with their backup quarterback, and then the fucking Clowns. If that gives you hope, then it's just like it's not going to happen this year.
They're winning. They're winning 10 games.
I thought it was 11.
Quick data from last night's game. Time of possession, Cleveland 35 minutes, 28 seconds. Pittsburgh 24 minutes, 32 seconds.
Yes, we won every fucking facet of the game other than turning the ball over 6 times and missing a field goal. As I said, we're a better football team. We just fucking beat ourselves against Pittsburgh.
Got the best player in the world, and I think it's possible. I said, what did I say 5 minutes before? What did I say? I said TJ Watt's going to win this fucking football game.
He didn't even make the sack, dude. He just
knows where to be.
Our left tackle is fucking terrible. Jedrick Wills. Just terrible.
I think it's the right tackle, the big dude, the guy who got just drafted. It's 6'8".
Ohio State, dude. He was our highest graded lineman, and that was the first start of his career against TJ Watt. So what were you gonna say about him, DeBoer?
Oh no, just the way he towered over everyone else on the line.
Yeah, he's a fucking massive. They were showing his basketball highlights? Did you see that
Yeah,
shit too?
yeah. Dude could dunk. Threw it up on the glass, alley-ooped it to himself.
Yeah, I think he's going to be really good. But all right, moving on. Which 0-2 team, so it's the inverse of our last conversation, is most likely to make the playoffs? I would go Vikings or Bengals here, but Bengals,
Those are the obvious ones.
Bengals, it's hard to say because we don't know just how serious Joe's calf is.
If Joe gets healthy, I think they'll make the playoffs. But if not, it'll be similar to how the Ravens season where they didn't have a healthy QB, so they just struggled.
I don't think that they can sustainably start out slow as fuck and make the playoffs every year. Like, I think that's just a recipe for disaster, and one of these years it's going to get to them.
I think Russ might fuck around and win 8 or 9 games and sneak in.
Dude, they just find new ways to lose football games. Like,
Other than that, I mean, the Bears might be the worst team in the league.
yeah, the Bears might go 0-17.
If they do, Fields has got to be out, right? There's nobody trading the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
I don't
they
care who
traded
you
the
have.
first. They traded the first pick this year, but like,
Yeah, but I mean,
Is
like,
Bryce Young doing any better than Justin Fields is doing in that offense? Probably not. So
but still, like, nobody's passing up on Caleb Williams.
no, not next year. But the Cardinals are shooting for that too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chargers have a chance at the playoffs too.
It's just another team that just finds fucking creative ways to blow games.
I think.
Yeah,
I
Go
don't
ahead,
know how
Josh.
I don't know how their the head coach still has his job because it's been 3 years of this shit now.
I would say out of it for the AFC West, either the Broncos or the Chargers. Just as if the Broncos stopped acting the way they are, but because if the Broncos can do a little bit better and the Chargers can stop it, and the Chargers continue to just throw the games at the very end, the Broncos have a way to get in there because the Raiders aren't going to do anything to secure that second spot from that division.
My sleeper out of this pack would probably be New England because they've been in both games.
yeah, they don't look terrible.
And they lost to the Eagles, and who was the second game against?
Dolphins.
Yeah, so those are two really good football teams. So I wouldn't necessarily write them off yet. But yeah, moving on. Thursday nighter this week. Got the Giants going to San Fran. 10.5-point home favorites. It's a big spread.
So many points.
They couldn't cover a big spread last week.
No Barkley either.
He said he might play. I just seen it come across the TV.
Oh, I thought he was going to be out for at least a week.
Giants coach said that he is not going to rule him out.
Oh.
But either way, he'd be on probably a super limited snap count.
So yeah, there's no reason 49ers don't win this one. And it could very well be a wipeout. So but 10.5 is a lot. There's no value in the money line, and that's too big of a spread for me to touch. So I am staying away.
Yeah, I'll never. I don't feel comfortable enough to bet the Giants, but don't think I can ever take a double-digit spread in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll touch on the rest of the spreads later this week. We're gonna have a live episode from Michigan. We got a couple. We got a Ohio State Notre Dame Saturday. We got Spurs Arsenal. Is that Sunday?
The fucking North London Derby Sunday morning.
The
Yeah.
Derby. So and then we got a full slate of NFL games too that we'll cover. So look forward to that.
I wanna play.